Okay, so a friend brought to me a new gun he has that he was trying to disassemble, and he couldn't do it. And he was following videos on YouTube and manufacturer's video, and he wasn't able to disassemble it. So we took a look at it, and I thought it was worth a video. What this is a Kahr P380, and what you're going to see here, if you've watched the videos, they talk about after you pop the slide lock pin out of here, they talk about pulling the trigger and then sliding the whole slide forward and removing it. And he could only get it, and I had the same problem with it, we could only get it to move maybe 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 an inch forward. And what's going on is, there is, when you pull the trigger back here, there is two pieces, and you'll see them. I'm going to point to them. That one and that one. So what's happening is they tell you to pull this piece here, this first one on the left, is raised right now. When I pull the trigger, it settles down. And what that does is it's going to block this portion right here on the slide. So if you don't pull the trigger, that won't drop down. And the instructions tell you, you pull the trigger, slide forward, then you hit a point where it'll stop. And the reason it's stopping is because the second one on the right is now sticking up. And you get past that one by releasing the trigger a little. So first you got to pull it to get the one on the left down, then you got to release it a little, get the one on the right down. Problem is, with the magazine out, those pieces don't move, and the reason for that is this is a newer California model that has the mechanism in it where you can't fire the gun if there's no magazine in it. So by not having the magazine in, there's a disconnect, so that pulling the trigger doesn't activate those two pieces. And that's one of these newer requirements in California. I think commonly referred to as a magazine disconnect. So if there's a live round in the chamber with the magazine out, you can't fire it. So in order to disassemble this car, you actually have to have a magazine in there when you go to pull it forward. So let's put that back together. Excuse me here. There we go. Sorry, I was out of frame. Nope, now I got it jammed. There we go. Slide it in. Probably want to drop the magazine to slide it on there. Alright, so again, it stops there, stops after 1/2 an inch, and it's being caught right back there. Depressing the trigger won't release that. So you can do this all day long, even with the trigger pressed, which is the problem we had at first. So you have to put an empty magazine in. Now you pull the trigger. Now you get to that point, you feel it. Now you release the trigger a little. So let the one on the right drop, and now it's off. Hope that helps you guys who are struggling with the same thing we both struggle with. Have a good day.